NECO Mathematics 2024 Objective Questions 1 to 5. This video contains 5 objective questions. 1. Express 384.126 to the nearest 100. You have the various options. Let's take the solution. Okay, the given number, you write it 384.126 to the nearest 100 simply means we are to consider the whole number part. If there is th attached to 100, we have to consider the decimal part. Using the place value system, the position of 4 is unit. This is 10. Here is 100. So we consider 3. The next number is more than 5. You have 8. So you round it up to 1. You add 8 to 3. What you have is 4. Then from 8 to the end becomes 0. So we have 0, 0. The zeros after a decimal point are not useful. So we have 400 to the nearest 100. The correct option is B. We move to number 2. If A is a set equal to natural numbers between 3 and 15, between, which means 3 and 15 are not inclusive, find the number of elements in set A. Okay, we have solution. Set A equal to, we list the numbers between 3 and 15. So we start with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We end here. Number of elements in set A, we have to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11 elements. The correct answer is D. Question 3. Evaluate 3241 base 5 minus 1342 base 5. We have solution. The first number, we write it 3241 base 5 minus, we arrange the second number starting from unit, that is from right to the left. So we start with 2, 4, 3, 1 base 5. The subtraction is to be done in base 5. 1 minus 2 cannot. You come here, you borrow 1, here remains 3. The 1 you borrow, when it gets here, it becomes 5. This only happens when you are simplifying in number base. So the 1 plus this 5 will give you 6 minus 2, that is 4. Here remains 3 minus 4 cannot. You borrow from here. Here remains 1. The 1 you borrow from here, if it gets here, it becomes 5, which you will add to 3 to becomes 8 minus 4, that is 4. 1 minus 3 cannot. You borrow from here. Here remains 2. The 1 you borrow, when it gets here, it becomes 5. The base you are working with, you add it to 1, that is 6 minus 3. You have 3. We have 2 here minus 1, that is 1. So the answer is 1, 3, 4, 4. That is B option. If the base here were to be 4, any one you borrow is equivalent to 4. That is the rule. Okay? 4, simplify this expression. We have solution. When you are to do this, you take the two terms in any of the brackets. I prefer the first bracket to multiply the second bracket respectively. You start with the first term, that is 4 root 3, to multiply the second bracket, 4 root 3 plus 6. You take the second term in the first bracket minus 6 to multiply the second bracket, 4 root 3 plus 6. Then you simplify. 4 times 4, that is 16. Root 3 times root 3 is 3. That is, you have root 9, which is equal to 3, plus 4 root 3 times 6, that is 24 root 3. You come here, minus 6 times 4 root 3 minus 24 root 3, minus times plus is minus, 6 times 6 is 36. If you multiply from here, you have 48 plus 24 root 3 minus 24 root 3 is 0. So we have minus 36. When you subtract, you have 12. That is option A. Question 5. The third term of a geometric progression is minus 5, and the seventh term is minus 80. Find the common ratio. Solution. NECO loves this part of mathematics so much. You have questions from it in objective and in theory question each year of writing NECO. All we have here revolve around the nth term of a GP. So let's recall that the nth term t sub n of a GP is equal to a arrow n minus 1. We have third term to be equal to minus 5. At this point, n is equal to 3. You come here, you replace n with 3. So t sub 3 is equal to a arrow 3 minus 1. The third term is equal to minus 5 equal to a arrow power 2. You call this one equation 1. Then the seventh term is equal to minus 80. At this point, n is equal to 7. You come back here, you replace n with 7. You have t sub 7 equal to a arrow 7 minus 1. The seventh term is minus 80 equal to a arrow power 6. We call this one equation 2 because both equations are non-linear. We cannot solve them simultaneously. We have to use division approach. So divide equation 2 by 1. You do that side by side. So we have minus 80 divided by minus 5 equal to a arrow power 6 divided by a arrow power 2. If you divide a negative number by another negative number, the result is positive. We have 16 from here equal to first term, remove first term, divide arrow power 6 by arrow power 2. You have arrow power 4. In terms of indices, we can express this as 2 power 4 to match with arrow power 4. You equate the powers, then arrow is equal to 2. That is option E.